Hello everyone, I am the LOC for today on the topic of the United States federal government should pass the Freedom Dividend, issuing a monthly check for $1,000 for every American over the age of 18, regardless of income or employment status. Funding for the plan will come through a value-added tax and other normal means. Let's get into it. The PMC states that the Freedom Dividend would combat income inequality and poverty. This is not true because it doesn't solve any income inequality. Everyone in the US will receive this $1,000 and it wouldn't change the poverty line. If someone makes 4K a month versus another who makes 2K a month, then you add 1K on top of that, and the difference in the monthly pay is still the same. It doesn't solve income inequality by any means. The PMC also states that the Freedom Dividend would lead to reduced stress. However, she doesn't back this up by any stats. There is no way to prove that this would lead to reduced stress because of the 10% tax on all goods would stress people out more because food and other expenses will be really high. According to Business Insider, lawsuits in Texas and Missouri have halted basic income programs, calling their use of public money to fund cash payments for city residents unconstitutional. They also state politicians in Arizona, Iowa, South Dakota, and more have also opposed basic income, calling this idea socialist and a one-way ticket to government dependency. This shows how states have tried to implement the Freedom Dividend and it didn't work out. If the government handed out $1,000 to every homeless person, they would either spend it in a good way and try to save for a home, or most of them would spend it on drugs and alcohol. This would have a negative impact on the US, and with this group of people, there will be more that use the money in a bad way. Another argument that this law shouldn't pass is that everyone would have to pay the extra 10% on goods. The 1K might help people for that, but at the end of the day, it will equal out and more people would have to pay higher taxes at the end of the year, and that's where it is so-called unconstitutional. Lastly, the PMC states that the Freedom Dividend would help the people who lost their job to AI. The Freedom Dividend doesn't solve people finding a new job. If anything, it will make it harder for them to find a new job because AI will be more advanced at the time that this passes. In conclusion, this law should not pass because it will give an unequal payment for people who have to pay higher taxes at the end of the year.